everyone, and welcome to the Purr Play Sip Podcast. My name is Chuck Kitten, and I am here in the Nursery and Fostering Center of Perfect Day Cat Cafe in Louisville, Kentucky. Hello, everyone, and if you're just now watching this video, we are here at a cat cafe, and as I said, my name is Chuck, and we have kittens. So if you are just now tuning in, again, this cat cafe is all about all things adoptions, all things shelter impact, and all things community support for the help of homeless animals. And I say animals, not just kitties, but we also help dogs here. We do puppy events. The staff takes dogs on doggy dates and things like that. So we want to welcome everyone to you. Today's podcast is all about what is coming up here. So we are in the very, very 1st of March. And so what is happening is when it gets warm enough, and let's face it, we've had a little bit of a warmer winter than usual. When it does get warm enough, the kitties start coming out. And they start coming out in all across your state, my state, and everything else. And there is actually something called a kitten season. So not everybody knows that, but it's basically 2 months after the date in which it starts to get warm, we start seeing kittens everywhere across this state. So to give you a little background on us, like I said, we're all things adoptions. We do approximately 1,700 adoptions here at our Louisville location and about 1,180 at our Covington location, which is northern Kentucky. So the reason why I'm mentioning the numbers is because what we're really looking at here is about a 2-to-1 ratio. So of the 1,700, the majority of that, and again, close to 60% of it are going to be kittens, and the other percentage are going to be adult cats. I have adult cats down in this room over here, kind of hard to see. And then, of course, I'm up in the Nursery and Fostering Center where we have kittens and are all over my laps and all that fun stuff. So yes, adult cats need help too. We adopt out about 600 adult cats here and about 400 adult cats in Covington. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, well, hello. So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because it just kind of give you the strategy of what we're doing. Number one is our need is based upon, or our actions and behaviors are based upon the shelter needs. So if they need us during kitten season, that's exactly what we do. And right now, I mean, you should hear these babies. They're just purring like crazy. Get my mic. And then they're eating, and that's what they need from us right now. And we try to make sure that that happens. Normally, we do not have kittens up here this early, but we do now. And the reason why I am kind of reaching out to everyone, giving them, number one, it's, the B-roll is what we call it in media. but having to be able to look at these kittens all the time is absolutely precious. And so we want you to be able to see that, but it's actually what we call the season that we hate to love. And these kittens are found on the side of the road, everywhere, rural parts, dumpsters. The reality of a cat cafe and a shelter is that every situation is a bad one. The reason why they're in here is because they couldn't find a home, or because people found them on the side of the roads and things like that. Sidebar here, if you ever go to a cat cafe, make sure you wear long strings shoes. It's so enjoyable. And so anyway, as you're doing that, one of the things that is occurring out here is kittens are being found everywhere. What do we do with them? Well, the logic is I'm just going to go to my local shelter, turn them in. The reality of that, though, is that if everybody in your neighborhood does that, we don't have any space left at shelters. So then what happens is they're going to kind of look to you and says, hey, can you help us out? And what that means is, can you actually take these kittens, maybe find a bathroom or a side room or a large closet where you can put them. They will give you all the food, they will give you the litter, and say, can you keep them for a month until they can get spayed and neutered? So the general reality is, here we go. General reality is they need about a month and a half, depending on how old it is when you find them. And other than that, switch around again. Other than that, they just ask you to help out in that particular manner. You would then bring them back once they're 2 months and 2 pounds approximately. Each shelter is different. And then what they do then from there is you give them back to them, and then they go up for adoption, maybe to a cat cafe in your area. So that's the general gist of it. I'm actually making it seem like a lot easier than what it is. The reality of it is, you might be in a scenario where 50% of you out here that are listening to this mission, they may not even take the kittens because they don't have room. It is just a terrible situation, but that's why, like I said to you, we're here for whatever the mission is, whatever the kitties need. He's tearing me up from behind here. And then, so what I wanted to do is kind of give you a little bit of an introduction here, let you know we actually have kittens this early. We're hearing from our shelters as well too, that they get mama with babies that are coming in. So it is happening and is going to happen soon. So the cafe wanted to get ahead of this, and hopefully you all will pass this on to your friends. Again, we're trying to build our community, which means our digital community. And please share this video, please like it so we can help out others. Our ultimate goal, selfishly, is we want this YouTube channel to be a revenue generator, so the emphasis or the obligation is not so strong, on the obligation on behalf of the filling up the rooms at the cat cafe. We can actually have another revenue generator to keep our mission going. So you are the community, you are here out helping. Make sure that you share this and like it and all that fun stuff. And beyond that as well, ow, kitty, that hurts. Don't let them play with your hands. I'm going to provide a link here. So Robert did an amazing tour of the Kentucky Humane Society, which, if you know anything, there are shelter partners here. And he did a tour and kind of went over a tutorial on what you do when you find kittens. Believe it or not, the solution is not that you always take them in, especially if they are babies. You want mama to be able to take care of them for a little while. Problem is she moves them a lot too, so you may not be able to help. So look at the video, take a look at the content that's in there, share it with somebody. You might be hanging around an area where people always find kittens. If you are that type of person, let them know. And of course, if you ever have any questions, again, post them on the comments. This is something we're supposed to not encourage here. Not much I can do. And, post them around and let them know. I'm going to put you down here to wrestle with these guys. And let them know what you do when you find a litter of kittens out there in the public. The reality of what's going on, if you're in a rural area, these kittens can end up being, food for a predator, and we don't want that. And if you are in a city area, these kittens don't really know better. So they're out running in streets, they're running in front of cars. And in particular, if it gets really cold, they actually get into the car and they can die that way when it starts up and things. So it's important that you find a home for them, and you might end up trying as hard as you can with different shelters, and they're just full. So we wanted to give you some alternatives, educate you on them. Number one, please consider picking them up. And number two, please consider kind of being their foster for a little bit. Sign up as a foster program. They'll give you the food typically. They'll give you the litter. You just need a tiny little room, even if it's a spare bathroom. Keep them there for about a month and a half. They'll get spayed, neutered, and then they'll go up for adoption and perhaps to a cat cafe near you. So we want to thank everybody for all the support. I apologize for not having as many posts going on, but we've had a lot going on. Probably not good stuff for the most part. But just things that you have to adapt to in today's world post-COVID, and then also, just the general business going on, the business of taking care of kitties. There's one that eats me all the time. So thank you all so much for everything you do. And again, it's Chuck Patton. Like and follow and be a part of our community. And most importantly, have a perfect day.